This is the latest Remnant Fly. This turned out to be more or less a Gartside Soft Hackle, but a little bit of a variation on it. I ran across these tips I had of these barred Schlappen feathers, and then this large hook, and somehow a soft hackle streamer kind of popped in my head. Just thought it would be kind of nice to do one. I have a video on tying the Gartside Soft Hackle streamer if you would like to see that whole video, but this is more or less just turned out to be kind of a variation of it. I'm hoping the hackle that is collared up here in the front will end up giving this more of a wider profile in the water when this is swimming in the water. So in other words, when this is swimming and all of this is swept back, hopefully this part will be just a little bit wider so it has more of that kind of torpedo teardrop shape of a baitfish. That is the latest Remnant Fly, kind of a Gartside Soft Hackle variant. I'll get started tying. I'm going to start the latest Remnant Fly with my hook and the vise. This is pretty certain it's a Mustad 3366 on a size 2. I'm going to debarb the hook there because this is going to be kind of a soft hackle, Gartside soft hackle type fly, just with a little bit of variation to it. I'm just going to go with this wider gapped straight shanked hook. First thing I'm going to do is attach my thread. I'm using a Danville 6/0 or 70 denier in black. There's really not much to the original Gartside soft hackle, and this one is going to be in keeping with that. I'm going to run my thread down to the end of the shank, and I'm going to take some silver sparkle braid that I've got and tie that in, and I'm going to make just a short body. Most of the Gartside soft hackle type fly is in the mallard flank that is tied in. So generally you would even start right about here with the mallard flank. You're just going to get a few wraps and tie it off here, and that's most of the fly. In this case, I'm going to go a little bit further back because I thought it'd be kind of nice to, I got these tips of, looks like a barred Schlappen, a yellow barred Schlappen, and I just thought it'd be nice to put that in the front of this regular old Gartside soft hackle and see how it turns out. So I'm going to wrap that sparkle braid in. This is just to give it a little bit of flash. You could even include some flashabou if you wanted in here, or even some crystal flash or something like that if you wanted to put a little bit of sparkle and flash to this fly. But I think having just a little bit of silver sparkle braid underneath will give it just a little bit of pizzazz. So the Gartside soft hackle is mostly made from just a mallard flank. This is a natural mallard flank feather. It's on the large side. I like the ones that are large. What you're going to do, we're going to palmer this, I should say we're going to wrap this in, but all of these barbs are eventually going to lay down and go back like this, and they're going to flow. You're going to pick a feather that's going to have those to be the length that you're looking for. If you're looking for a shorter 1 inch, 1.5 inch baitfish or something, then you'll get a smaller feather. If you're looking for something larger, get a larger feather. Easiest way to do this, I'm just going to isolate the tip here, stroke back all of these barbs, cut away the tip, and then I can tie that in. I'm going to go about halfway up because I want to leave some room to wrap this other hackle in. Here I'll attach my hackle pliers. You want to make certain each wrap that you put in here, you're stroking those barbs rearward so you're not getting any trapped in as you're wrapping this forward. You can see probably end up using most of this feather, if not all, as I wrap this forward. And it doesn't take much to quickly make the body. And I am going to go ahead. The rachis on this is getting a little bit tough to wrap in. If it gets too thick, it will crack on you, but I'm going to go ahead and keep going as long as I can get it in there without breaking and utilize all of the barbs from that feather. Trim away the excess here. Now I'm going to pick this out just so that you get a better view what it looks like. This, it just flows in the water. These are one of my favorite all-time smallmouth flies because they just have such wonderful pulsating action in the water. Smooth this up a little bit. Now I'm going to tie in the Schlappen feather. I'm going to tie this in by the tip because I just want to see how this not only ties in and plays out when it's tied in, but eventually in the water. So I'll tie that tip in, securing it in. I'm going to advance my thread up to just behind the eye of the hook. Grab my hackle pliers and start wrapping that in. This rachis is much thinner, so I will probably get a lot of this, if not all of it, wrapped in. Now, I ultimately may not want all of it. I may just want a little bit of it. It may be too full. It may take away from the rest. I don't know. But I'm hoping and thinking what this will do in the water is it will increase the volume and the profile of the very head of the fly to the point that if it's a bait fish, it's going to look, because your minnows, fish, and bait fish are wider diameter and thicker up in the head than they are the tail, that it might give it a more of a profile of a bait fish because it's going to have a little more body up near the front. So I'll secure that in. And I actually take that rachis and wrap it backward, fold it over, then I can just pop that off, then I don't have a little cut nubby end on it. Trim away my thread. I think that may end up being a killer fly. Head cement, secure that. Tell you what, it was a lot of fun to tie. I enjoyed tying the Gartside Soft Hackles as much as I enjoy fishing them. They're just a very elegant and simple fly. So that's the latest Remnant Fly, kind of a modified or variant Gartside Soft Hackle. Thanks for watching today. Thank you for joining me at the advice today. I hope you learned a new pattern, at least a tip or trick here and there. If you'd like to help Dress Irons, you can like, comment, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things for the video. You can also head out to dressedirons.com where you can buy flies, tools, stickers, and merch, or you can join a growing community over on Locals at the Dressed Irons Fly Tying Guild. You can also donate to Dressed Irons if you want through the link at the bottom of the description. I thank everybody for their ongoing support, as it really does help the creation of these videos. But what's important is to remember, only fly tying. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.